Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and get ready for this crazy news. But apparently, Warner Bros Discovery and Paramount are in talks to merge. And we just did a video about Paramount stakes in it being up for sale. Well, now it looks like they're going to be in talks to combine with Warner Bros. Yes. So we're going to have a look at this because this is very interesting. So it's confirmed that Warner Bros Discovery and Paramount have had discussions to merge the two companies. And they talk about how Zaslav was preparing a sale and they were expecting it to be to Universal. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case now. So Warner Bros. Discovery includes properties such as CNN, HBO, Game of Thrones, Batman, Superman, Justice League, DC films, TV, gaming and comic book universes, and lots more. Paramount Global, the parent company of Paramount Pictures, owns Paramount Plus, Nickelodeon, Showtime, Transformers, Star Trek, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mission Impossible, Top Gun, and others. Quite a list. Variety confirms Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav met with Paramount Global CEO Bob Beckish on Tuesday in New York to discuss a possible merger, sources said. Zaslav also has spoken to Sherry Redstone, whose National Amusement Inc. owns a controlling stake in Paramount Global, about a potential combination of the companies. And her stake is the biggest stake in it for control because her owner's control is 80%, which we spoke about in the other video about Paramount and what was the future going to be for Star Trek. So I hope I'm pronouncing this thing right. Exos first reported on the talks of the merger and added that WBD has hired bankers to explore the deal. The site also adds that talks are in very early stages and doesn't guarantee it's happening. Warner Bros. Is valued at around $29 billion, with Paramount at $10 billion. Not amazing how low those prices are, even though they're in the billions. When you think, especially Paramount being $10 billion, when you think of how much Fox went for. And arguably you'd say Paramount and Warner Brothers have the bigger properties, like Transformers and Star Trek and DC and even Harry Potter. So recently also saw the news that the Saudis, backed by an 800 billion investment fund, are eyeing the purchase of Paramount. Whatever you do, don't give it to the Saudis. Jesus Christ, that would be the end of things. No specific details are known about the merger, but as noted, Warner Bros. Discovery and Paramount are obviously considering combining their assets across TV, film, sports, and streaming to enhance their scale and streamline operations. The focus of merging would be to combine their Max and Paramount Plus streaming services, aiming to strengthen their competitive edge and better compete against major players such as Netflix, Disney Plus, and Hulu. And of course, Hulu is now part of Disney Plus because they had to buy it. And they have only paid half of what they owe for it. And the value for Hulu could go up, so they probably have to pay more than they were expecting. Don't forget, the minimum that they were going to have to pay for Hulu was $9 billion. And they didn't have $9 billion. So in addition to streaming, the TV side of things would combine. Warner Bros. Discovery's popular cable TV lineup includes HBO, TNT, TBS, Discovery Channel, Cartoon Network, the Food Network, HGTV, TLC, and others. Paramount's TV networks include CBS, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, and Bet, whatever Bet is. So we know that Paramount was in trouble because they were looking at selling shares. Now, they weren't looking to sell the entire company. That's where a lot of people were getting it wrong. They're looking to sell controlling shares in the company. where Warner Brothers, we know we're in trouble because they are massively in debt. Like, they're over 50 billion in debt. And it's not like the DC movies have been pulling in any money for them as of late. Especially once James Gunn came in and went, yeah, your next 4 movies are pointless to go and see. So what could happen? Well, regarding what happens to DC, as James Gunn just came on board to develop the DCU and Superman Legacy, they were told that if Warner Brothers did get sold to Universal, Universal would probably continue with the Gunverse. Well, that kind of would make sense because they would have the rights and own the DCU. Now, why wouldn't you want to kind of jump on, let's continue making Batman and Superman? As for Paramount, obviously the main thing you'd want to continue on from there is Mission Impossible. Don't know about Transformers, they'd probably want to try and restart that. Everything else, I think, would, on the big screen anyway, would probably be done away with. I think Star Trek would be done for quite a while on the big screen. As for the smaller screen, they possibly would and could just get rid of the Kurtzman Trek. Just go, no, you're gone, and restart or do something newer and fresh. Time will tell. It's going to be an interesting one. It's interesting for 2 reasons. One, because what would happen if these 2 companies combine, especially with streaming. HBO Max just rebranded itself as Max, and now you're talking about merging with Paramount Plus. And don't forget, Paramount Plus is the reincarnation of CBS All Access after that failed. So it's definitely going to be an interesting one. It's also going to be an interesting one because both of these companies are in so much debt. And this just highlights how bad things truly are. You think of the franchises they have and the money they were pulling in to now have to be in a position where they are looking to merge. It's very interesting. I thought this was be an interesting video because I didn't see this one coming. Definitely didn't see. I heard the rumblings about Warner Brothers looking possibly to sell. We knew that stakes in Paramount were looking to be sold. Definitely didn't expect them to go, hey, let's combine forces. It's going to be an interesting time. But there you go, that's that story. So with that, I will leave it there for this one. So cheers, I'll catch you in the next.